Emily Carter's world shatters in seconds. Her phone erupts with explicit deepfake videos of her in vile, fabricated acts, with clients flooding social media. Tagged, shared, and going viral. Clients delete her. Debts skyrocket from loans she never took. Anonymous threats turn to shadows at her door. Her career? Gone. Her daughter Lily's safety? Hanging by a thread. Behind it all lurks Alex Harlan, ruthless tech billionaire, consumed by jealousy of women like Emily who dare succeed alone. He unleashes artificial intelligence to craft humiliating nightmares, driving victims to bankruptcy, breakdowns, and suicides. All that to steal their clients, their lives, and their futures. Trapped and terrified, Emily fights back with her razor-sharp design eye. But time is running out. One final devastating leak looms. Desperate, she dials an old FBI cybercrimes contact. What happens next is a daring infiltration, a brutal confrontation, and an exposure that could end her or the monster forever. Before we dive in, drop your city in the comments so we know where you're watching from. Stay till the end to see how this self-dependent single mom escapes the humiliation and bankruptcy trap set up by experienced tech billionaire who is a master at such crimes. Please don't forget to subscribe to Tailcraft. Emily Carter is the kind of woman who seems to have it all together, but she's earned every bit of it through sheer grit. At 32, she's a freelance graphic designer living in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Seattle, where the rain never stops and the tech scene hums just beyond the tree-lined streets. Her days are a carefully balanced routine, starting with the alarm at 5:30 a.m. She brews a pot of strong coffee, slips into her home office, a converted spare room filled with mood boards, color swatches, and glowing screens, and dives into her work before the world wakes up. As a single mom, Emily's world revolves around her daughter, Lily, an energetic 8-year-old with curly hair and a passion for drawing just like her mom. Mornings mean quick breakfasts of oatmeal and fruit, then bundling Lily into the car for the short drive to school. Emily waves goodbye from the drop-off line, watching Lily skip inside with her backpack, a small smile on her face despite the constant juggle. Back home, it's all business. Client calls, revising branding packages for startups, creating sleek website mock-ups. She thrives in the gig economy, using platforms like Upwork to land projects that pay well enough to cover the mortgage, Lily's dance classes, and a modest savings account for emergencies. What makes Emily stand out in a crowded field of designers isn't just her creativity, it's her meticulous eye for detail. Years of working with graphic software like Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator have honed her skills to a razor's edge. She doesn't just design, she dissects. Emily can spot a forged image from a mile away by scrutinizing pixel patterns, compression artifacts, and hidden metadata. It's like she's part detective, part artist flipping through layers of a file to check timestamps, geolocation tags, and editing histories. Clients love her for it. She once caught a manipulated stock photo in a major campaign, saving a brand from embarrassment. In a world dominated by tech-savvy competitors who cut corners with artificial intelligence tools, Emily's hands-on approach gives her an edge. She thinks differently, seeing not just the surface beauty of an image, but the code and clues beneath it, making her uniquely capable of unraveling digital deceptions. But life hasn't always been this stable. Emily's divorce from her ex-husband 3 years ago was messy, a battle over custody that left her wary of instability. He was jealous of her growing success, often belittling her freelance dreams. Winning full custody of Lily was her greatest victory, but it came with scars, a deep-seated fear of losing control, of anything threatening the secure life she's built. She motivates herself every day for Lily to be the strong, independent role model she never had. No lavish vacations or fancy cars. Just reliability, resilience, and quiet determination. Emily questions authority when it fails her, stands up for her beliefs, and protects what's vulnerable, especially her daughter. Friends describe her as resourceful and intelligent, the type who fixes her own computer glitches or researches everything from school projects to home repairs. Yet, she's relatable, scrolling social media for inspiration during lunch breaks, grabbing takeout on busy nights, and occasionally venting to a fellow freelancer about the cutthroat industry. In this familiar suburban bubble, neighbors waving hello, coffee shops buzzing with remote workers, Emily feels safe. She's not a professional investigator. She's just an ordinary woman thrust into chaos when needed, using her smarts to navigate it. Little does she know that chaos is about to hit home. It's a Tuesday like any other, until it isn't. Emily is sipping her second cup of coffee, reviewing a client's logo revision when her phone lights up like an emergency beacon. First alert: unauthorized loan application approved, $18,000 transferred. She frowns, taps the notification. Second alert: credit card charge, $3,800 luxury jewelry. Third: new account opened in your name, balance $12,000. Her stomach drops. She logs into her banking app with shaking fingers. The transactions are real. Someone has her social security number, her address, her mother's maiden name, everything. But the fraud is only the opening act. A video thumbnail appears. Emily's face crystal clear in an explicit interaction. The scene is fabricated, her body superimposed onto another woman's, moaning, laughing. Tagged with hashtag Emily Carter Design, her business Instagram handle, even her city. Comments flood in. This is who she really is? Disgusting canceled. Clients run. Then the deepfakes hit. Not one video, 3, 4 more. Each worse than the last. One shows her confessing to stealing client designs and selling them on the black market. Another fabricates her in compromising positions with unnamed business partners, complete with fake audio that mimics her voice perfectly. The videos are tagged, geotagged, shared in freelance groups, LinkedIn comments, even emailed to her top clients with subject lines like proof of unethical conduct. Her inbox explodes. Client after client. We're terminating our contract effective immediately. This is unacceptable. Payment withheld. One longtime collaborator writes simply, I thought I knew you. Anonymous accounts pile on threatening messages. Quit freelancing or your daughter sees these too. We know where you live. Emily's breath catches. She replays one video, frame by frame. The face is hers down to the freckle on her cheek, the way she tilts her head when she laughs. But the setting is wrong. The voice has tiny digital artifacts only she would notice. This isn't amateur work. This is professional-grade sabotage. Emily stands, paces the office. Lily's school photo on the desk stares back. Her hands tremble as she opens another alert. Her credit score has plummeted overnight. The stakes couldn't be higher. If this keeps spreading, her entire freelance career collapses. Clients vanish, replaced by competitors who swoop in to take her projects. The fraudulent loans and charges could bankrupt her. Savings wiped out, mortgage payments missed, Lily's future fund drained. But worse than money is the shame. The indecent videos paint her as immoral, unstable. In a custody agreement already fragile from her divorce, any hint of fitness concerns could trigger a review. Social services could knock on her door. Lily could be taken away, the one thing Emily has fought tooth and nail to protect. She can't call the police, yet not with no hard evidence beyond alerts and viral humiliation. They tell her to change passwords, wait it out. She can't wait. Every minute the videos spread, the damage deepens. She opens one deepfake in her editing software. She zooms in on a single frame, checks the file properties. Her eyes narrow. Hard hammering, she scrutinizes the metadata. Hidden in the video's EXIF data is a faint trail and IP address, registered to a premium server in Seattle's tech corridor, not some overseas bot farm. high-end hosting, expensive infrastructure. This isn't random identity theft. This is targeted, personal, local. Someone with serious resources wants her destroyed. Emily closes the laptop, stares at the family photo on her desk, Lily grinning in a soccer uniform. Tears prick her eyes, but her jaw sets. She has to fight back. For Lily. For herself. She doesn't know who yet, but she's going to find out. Emily knows she can't wait for help that may never come. She starts small, methodical, the way she approaches any design project. First, she downloads every deepfake video circulating and opens them in her forensic workflow. Frame-by-frame analysis in Adobe, metadata extraction with free tools like MediaInfo, pixel noise checks with photo forensics. Every 60 to 90 seconds, something new surfaces. Emily zooms on a video's audio waveform. A tiny glitch appears. The voice isn't cloned from public clips. It's synthesized from fragments, old Zoom calls, podcast interviews she did for freelance tips. Someone scraped her entire digital footprint. The effort required access to private archives. She switches tabs to her email. A hacked folder labeled Personal is open. Her Gmail was breached months ago. Forwarded emails show her social security number, Lily's school records, even private photos from her phone sent to an anonymous Dropbox. The deepfakes were custom-built, using her own images as source material. Emily creates a dummy account on the gig platform she uses, searches for profiles mimicking hers. A clone profile under Emily Carter_designs has been active for weeks, posting services at slashed rates, offering extra perks that sound illicit. Clients she lost are now booking there. Someone is actively stealing her pipeline. She cross-references IP logs from the metadata trail. The high-end Seattle IP bounces through several VPNs, but one hop resolves to a residential block not far from hers. Too close. Too personal. Her skin prickles. She pulls up her ex-husband's social media. His tech job, his bitterness in old posts. Her ex, Mark. He has the skills, works in IT, knows her passwords from their marriage. Old emails show him ranting about her success after the divorce. She traces an IP from one harassing comment to his neighborhood. Her pulse races. Could he hate her this much? She then digs into a former client who ghosted her after a dispute. David Ruiz, a startup founder who accused her of overcharging last year. His company's server briefly matches one of the deepfake upload locations. She finds angry forum posts from him about freelancers ruining small businesses. Motive and means. She moves on and scrolls freelance forums. Finds a thread where a rival designer complained about Emily stealing her style. Sarah Klein, another graphic freelancer in the area. Sarah posted publicly, "Some people think they're above the competition. Watch them fall. Her IP ping's close to an upload server. Jealousy? Revenge?" Emily's hands shake. 3 people who could want her gone. She leans back, exhausted, staring at the screen. Music slows, then picks up again, but none of them quite fit. Mark is angry, but sloppy, not this sophisticated. David's tech is basic. Sarah's posts are emotional, not calculated. The operation is too clean, too expensive, too ruthless. Emily rubs her temples. She's eliminated 3 suspects, but the real threat is still out there, watching, waiting. And every new discovery pulls her deeper into a web she can't yet see. The clock is ticking. Her clients are vanishing. Her daughter's future is on the line. She opens one last file, a deepfake she hasn't dissected yet. Zooms in, freezes. In the background of the fabricated scene, barely visible behind a window reflection, is the corner of Lily's school playground. Taken last week. Someone isn't just hacking her life. They're inside it. Emily's investigation has been a grind, sleepless nights piecing together digital crumbs, ruling out suspects one by one. But nothing prepares her for what comes next. She's chasing a loose thread from the clone profile on the gig app. Posing as a potential client, she messages the fake Emily Carter_designs for a quote. The response is eerily professional, offering her own signature style at half price. She traces the account's activity log, cross-referencing with her lost clients. Pattern emerges. 3 of them switched to this imposter right after the deepfakes hit her. Digging deeper into online communities, Emily stumbles on a buried thread in a women's freelance network. Posts from other designers, successful ones like her, sharing horror stories. My nudes went viral last month, fakes, but clients bailed. Lost everything to deepfakes framing me as a thief. Had to quit. Someone stole my portfolio after the videos dropped. Suicidal thoughts hit hard. Her breath catches. These aren't isolated incidents. Dates align. A wave over the past year, all targeting independent women in graphic design, marketing, web dev. Explicit content tailored to humiliate indecent acts with clients. Confessions of fraud, harassment setups. Victims describe the fallout. Reputations torched, businesses bankrupted, networks eroded. One woman admits attempting suicide after CPS investigated fake child neglect videos. Another switched careers entirely, from design to retail, just to escape the stigma. The twist slams home. This isn't personal revenge against her alone. It's a systematic campaign. The perpetrator uses artificial intelligence tools, advanced generators like Stable Diffusion variants or custom deepfake scripts to weaponize indecent, explicit content. They hack data, fabricate scandals, drive women to despair and abandonment. Then, like vultures, they swoop in, stealing clients, absorbing portfolios, expanding their own empire in the gig economy. Emily's clone profile? Part of the playbook. Her lost gigs? Funneled to the same shadow network. Who gains? Powerful players in tech, jealous of women rising without corporate backing. Misogyny masked as business strategy. No limits, no mercy. Emily replays a deepfake, zooming on the background. Her eyes widen in terror, but the revelation cuts deeper. In one of the latest videos framing her for unethical practices, the background isn't generic. Reflected in a window, barely visible but unmistakable. The swing set from Lily's school playground. Taken during recess last Tuesday, Emily recognizes the red jacket on a classmate. This isn't just digital. It's physical surveillance. Someone's been watching her life, her daughter, up close. Stalking. Tracking movements, perhaps with drones or hidden cams tied to that Seattle tech IP. Isolation hits like a wave. The campaign's victims warn. They know everything. Addresses, routines. Stop digging or it escalates. Emily's vulnerability surges, her past abandonment fears, the custody scars. If this reaches Lily's school, CPS could intervene for real. Emily grabs her phone, dials a number hesitantly, and everything changes. She's no longer a lone wolf. She reaches out to an old college friend in the FBI's cybercrime unit, someone she helped once with a design project. "I need help," she whispers into the voicemail. "This is bigger than me. The game isn't just survival anymore. It's exposing a predator preying on women like her. But with physical tracking confirmed, danger is no longer pixels. It's real, it's close, and it's coming for her family." She locks her doors, checks on Lily sleeping. The clock ticks louder. The midpoint revelation has shattered Emily's world. What she thought was targeted harassment is now a calculated war on women like her. The perpetrator isn't stopping. They're accelerating. Every step she takes forward pulls the noose tighter. Within hours, new deepfakes drop. This time, they're viciously personal. Videos of Emily neglecting Lily, leaving her alone in the park, screaming at her in public. Even worse scenes laced with explicit elements that imply endangerment. The clips are edited with chilling precision. using recent surveillance footage of Lily at school. They spread to local parent groups, school Facebook pages, anonymous tip lines. CPS arrives the next morning. 2 caseworkers at her door, polite but firm. We receive concerning reports and videos regarding your daughter's safety. Emily shows them the metadata, explains the forgeries, but the damage is done. They schedule a home visit, warn her about temporary placement if more evidence surfaces. Lily, confused and scared, clings to her mom, asking why people are saying bad things. The personal cost mounts. Emily's inbox is a graveyard of client cancellations. Competitors, some unknowingly post triumphant updates about new gigs that were once hers. Her bank account bleeds from frozen cards and mounting fraud disputes. She can't sleep, barely eats. Lily starts having nightmares, asking if mommy is in trouble. Doxing explodes. Anonymous accounts flood her with threats. We know where your kid goes to school. Stop digging or she pays. Her home is vandalized. Car tires slashed. Whore spray painted on the garage door overnight. She installs a cheap security camera, but every creak in the house makes her jump. Isolation deepens. Friends distance themselves. This is too much drama. Fellow freelancers ghost her messages. Police dismiss her as paranoid. Deepfakes are everywhere. We need concrete proof. Her old FBI contact hasn't called back. She's alone, cut off, exactly as the predator wants. A new anonymous email sets the deadline. In 48 hours, your final confession drops at the Northwest Freelance Conference. Live stream. Full audience. Quit now or lose everything forever. The conference is her biggest networking event of the year. Clients, collaborators, reputation builders. A public explicit leak there would bury her for good. She pushes harder. Uses her design skills to trace upload patterns. Finds a common thread. All deepfakes routed through a premium VPN cluster tied to a single corporate domain. But digging triggers retaliation. Danger peaks during a nighttime intrusion. Lights go out. Footsteps on the porch. Emily grabs a kitchen knife. Heart pounding. Dials 911, but the line is dead. Phone glitching from malware. She hears the back door rattle. Hides in the hallway, whispering to Lily to stay quiet in her room. Then her phone lights up. A fresh deepfake notification. This one frames her for obscenity distribution, using her own IP as the source. An arrest warrant pops up in her email from a spoofed police domain. Emily Carter wanted for dissemination of explicit material involving a minor. It's fake, but terrifyingly convincing. Sirens wail in the distance, real or imagined. She's at rock bottom, broke, isolated, facing arrest, her daughter at risk, reputation in ruins. Contemplating surrender, deleting her profiles, quitting freelancing, disappearing, anything to protect Lily. In desperation, she runs advanced malware detection. A hidden rootkit surfaces, keylogger, screen recorder, location tracker. The command and control server resolves to a corporate network, Harlan Tech Solutions, Seattle's rising AI firm led by billionaire entrepreneur Alex Harlan. The crucial clue locks in. Surveillance wasn't random. It was corporate grade. Someone at the top has been watching her every move. Emily stares at the screen, fear turning to cold resolve. She's no longer just surviving. She's ready to strike back. The malware trail ends at Harlan Tech. Emily has spent the last hours cross-referencing corporate records, leaked employee directories, and public filings. Alex Harlan, 42, founder and CEO, net worth in the hundreds of millions. Public face, visionary AI entrepreneur, keynote speaker at tech conferences, advocate for ethical innovation. Private reality, a string of lawsuits quietly settled. Former female employees who left under NDA after harassment claims. Whispers in Silicon Valley circles of a man who resents women succeeding outside his orbit. She pieces it together on her laptop in the car. Harlan's company develops advanced generative artificial intelligence tools, sold to enterprises, but also quietly licensed for custom content creation. Forum leaks show beta testers using the same deepfake pipeline that ruined her life. Victim timelines match. Successful freelancers targeted, deepfakes deployed, clients poached by shell companies. Harlan quietly acquires. Motive isn't random cruelty. It's calculated misogyny fused with greed. He sees thriving independent women as threats to his empire. Too self-reliant, too visible. So he destroys them. Explicit humiliation to break their spirits. Financial sabotage to force career exits. Then scoops up their portfolios, client lists, and businesses at fire sale prices. Some victims quit entirely. Others never recover. Harlan's empire grows on their ashes. Emily infiltrates Harlan Tech's headquarters under the guise of a late-night delivery courier. Badge scanned. Security barely glances. She rides the elevator to the executive floor. The corridor is silent. Lights dimmed for after hours. She finds Harlan's private office. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. Walls lined with awards. A massive curved monitor displaying live artificial intelligence rendering previews. She slips inside. The door clicks shut behind her. Alex Harlan steps in, sees her, and smiles, cold, knowing. Emily Carter. I wondered when you'd show up. He doesn't call security. Not yet. He walks to his desk, taps a key, and one of her deepfakes plays silently on the wall screen. Her fabricated face in another degrading scene. Emily stands her ground. You did this to me. To all of us, for what? Money? Ego? Harlan chuckles softly. Both. You women think you can build empires without playing by the rules, without gatekeepers. I provide the correction. He gestures to the screen. Artificial intelligence levels the field. You lose credibility. Clients come to me. Simple economics. And honestly, it's satisfying watching entitlement crumble. He admits it all, calmly, smugly. The systematic targeting, the unlimited deepfake generation using proprietary tools, the surveillance teams tracking victims' routines, the shell companies funneling stolen business. You were just the latest. Persistent ones like you always get the harshest treatment. Keeps the others in line. Emily's voice hardens. You're done. She reveals the live stream, his confession broadcasting directly to the cybercrime unit. Harlan's smile fades. He lunges for his desk phone to cut the connection and summon security. Confrontation erupts. Emily dodges, grabs a heavy award statue from the shelf, swings it to keep distance. Harlan snarls. You think this ends here? I have lawyers, connections, you'll never prove anything. But the feed is live. The FBI agents are already mobilizing, warrants in process. Harlan realizes the trap too late. He tries to delete the server files, fingers flying across the keyboard. Emily tackles him away from the desk, both crashing into chairs. She pins his arm, breathing hard. You pushed too far, she says. You thought we'd all just disappear. We don't. The confrontation explodes. Harlan lunges again, trying to wrench Emily's phone from her hand, the one streaming everything to the FBI cybercrime unit. She twists away, slamming her elbow into his ribs. He staggers back, snarling, blood trickling from his lip. You stupid woman, he hisses. You think this ruins me? I own half the lawyers in this city. You'll be the one in cuffs, trespassing, assault, fabricating evidence. Emily doesn't flinch. The stream is live. They have your confession. Every word. The timestamps, the shell companies, the victim list. It's over. Harlan's eyes dart to the monitor. He sees the upload progress bar, files deleting themselves as his own system. Hacked remotely by the FBI team she pre-contacted, begins wiping his servers. Panic flashes across his face for the first time. He grabs a heavy crystal award from the desk and swings it wildly. Emily ducks. The award shatters against the wall. She scrambles toward the door, but he blocks her, breathing hard. "You should have quit when you had the chance," he says. Like the others, security alarms blare. Footsteps thunder down the hallway. Harlan's private guards responding to his silent panic button. Climax hits peak tension. Harlan charges. Emily sidesteps, grabs his arm, uses his momentum to throw him off balance. Skills she learned in self-defense classes after her divorce. He crashes into his desk, knocking over the monitor. She pins him with her knee on his chest, phone still streaming. "Say it again," she demands. "For the record." "Why you did this?" Harlan laughs bitterly, even pinned. "Because you didn't need me. None of you did. You built something without bowing to the system, so I broke you. And I'll do it again." The office door bursts open. FBI agents flood in, weapons drawn. "Alex Harlan. Hands where we can see them." They cuff him as he glares at Emily. "This isn't the end," he mutters. But it is. Justice arrives swiftly. Harlan's arrest makes national news. The FBI seizes servers, uncovers encrypted drives with victim dossiers, over 40 women targeted in 2 years. Shell companies collapse. Stolen client lists are returned. Victims receive restitution funds. Harlan faces federal charges: wire fraud, identity theft, cyberstalking, conspiracy to commit computer intrusion, and distribution of non-consensual intimate imagery. His empire crumbles under the weight of evidence he once thought untouchable. The mystery is fully explained: a profit-driven misogynistic scheme disguised as business competition. Harlan exploited cutting-edge AI to fabricate explicit content, destroy reputations, force career exits, and absorb the spoils, all while hiding behind wealth and connections. Emily cooperates fully, providing her forensic analysis as key evidence. The same skills that saved her career now help dismantle the operation. In the aftermath, Emily rebuilds. She clears her name, publicly posts a detailed video explaining the deepfakes, backed by FBI statements. Clients return, some with apologies and new contracts. She upgrades her digital security, encrypted drives, two-factor everything, regular sweeps for malware. She starts a small advocacy group with other survivors, workshops on spotting artificial intelligence manipulation, resources for reporting deepfake abuse. Most importantly, she transforms. The fear that once paralyzed her, the dread of losing Lily, of instability, gives way to quiet strength. She overcomes her vulnerability by facing it head-on. She no longer hides her scars. She uses them to protect others. One evening, as rain taps the windows, Emily and Lily sit together drawing. Lily looks up. "Mom, are the bad people gone?" Emily brushes a curl from her daughter's face. "They're gone, sweetheart. And if anyone tries again, we'll be ready." She looks out at the city lights, no longer afraid of what hides in the shadows. She's not just surviving anymore. She's thriving.